Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. Whether you're a lifelong Lakers fanatic or just someone who loves following the twists and turns of NBA drama, you're going to want to stick around for this one, because the Lakers' first-round series against the Timberwolves might just be the start of something much, much bigger. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just about getting past Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. This is about what comes next. There's already a storm brewing in the background, one that could completely reshape the future of the purple and gold. We're talking about the possibility, however remote or speculative it may seem right now, of the Lakers going after Jamal Murray this offseason. Now, before you click away thinking, no way that happens, hold on. Let's walk through the details, because when you look at the full picture, team needs, playoff pressures, front office motives, and player performance, it becomes a lot more plausible than you might think. Let's set the stage. The Lakers enter the 2025 postseason with hope, talent, and expectations. LeBron is still doing things that defy age and logic. Anthony Davis has had one of his healthiest and most consistent seasons in years. The supporting cast? Well, that's where things get interesting. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, they've all had moments of brilliance during the regular season. But here's the catch, the Lakers have been here before. A decent regular season followed by a playoff letdown. So this year, the pressure is different. The sense around the league is that if the Lakers don't make a deep playoff push, changes are inevitable. And those changes may not be small. Enter Rob Pelinka, the architect behind multiple versions of the Lakers roster in recent years. He's not afraid to swing big when it matters. We saw it in 2020, we saw it again during the 2023 trade deadline, and we could very well see it again in the summer of 2025. So where does Jamal Murray fit into all of this? Well, recent speculation sparked by Lake Show Life's Maxwell Ogden suggests that Murray could become a prime target for the Lakers if Denver underwhelms in the playoffs. Now, at first glance, that might sound like a fantasy. Why would the Nuggets trade away their co-star to Nikola Jokic? But let's dig deeper. The Nuggets have already made a bold move. They parted ways with longtime head coach Michael Malone on April 8th, a move that surprised a lot of people. This wasn't some end-of-the-bench rotation change. This was a clear signal from Denver's front office. We expect more. And if they fall short again, especially in the second round or earlier, everything could be on the table. Let's also not forget, Murray was reportedly discussed in trade conversations last offseason. That fact alone cracks the door open just enough to consider the possibility. No, Denver isn't shopping him, but if they feel the need to shake things up to make better use of Jokic's prime, moving Murray could suddenly become a realistic outcome. And who better to swoop in than the Los Angeles Lakers? Let's be honest, Reeves has shown promise, but he's not on Murray's level. Not yet. Not in terms of playoff impact, not in terms of consistency. Jamal Murray is a battle-tested warrior who elevates his game when the lights shine brightest. His postseason average? A jaw-dropping 24.2 points per game. And in case you forgot, he has multiple 50-point games in the playoffs, fifth most in NBA history. He's also in the top 25 for 40-point playoff games. That's not just good. That's historic. He's a big game player. And those are the exact kind of guys you need in Los Angeles. Now let's talk about team construction. Luka Doncic's two best postseason runs, 2022 and 2024, came when he had an elite co-star in the backcourt, a dynamic, self-creating guard who could take pressure off of him. That formula has proven to work. So what if the Lakers are looking to replicate that same strategy? LeBron and AD are a dominant frontcourt duo, but the team still lacks that consistent third piece. Reeves might be that guy in the future, but right now he's still developing. D'Angelo Russell is too streaky. Gabe Vincent has barely stayed on the court. There's a void there, and Murray could fill it perfectly. But here's the million-dollar question. What would it take? Let's think realistically. The Lakers would likely have to part ways with Reeves' multiple draft picks, and maybe a rotational piece like Jared Vanderbilt or Max Christie to make the salaries match and sweeten the deal. Would that be enough to get Denver's attention, especially if Murray's value takes a dip after a rough playoff run? Maybe. Especially if Denver sees value in resetting with depth and draft flexibility around Jokic. And from the Lakers' perspective, this could be their final shot at maximizing LeBron's window. He's turning 41 next season. AD is in his prime, sure, but his history of injuries means you can't take any season for granted. If you have the chance to add a playoff assassin like Murray to this core, you do it. No hesitation. Of course, there's risk. Murray isn't the most durable player. He's had injuries, including a torn ACL that cost him an entire season. But when healthy, he's one of the most electrifying guards in the league. His ability to create off the dribble, hit tough mid-range shots, and bury threes under pressure is second to none. Now let's take it a step further. Picture this lineup: Murray at point, LeBron at the wing facilitating, AD anchoring the paint, and shooters around them like Rui and Vincent. That's a dangerous squad. It gives the Lakers flexibility, shot creation, spacing, and above all firepower when it counts. Could this be the move that brings banner number 18 to Los Angeles? Some fans are already dreaming about it. Others are more cautious, worried about what it would cost and whether Murray can stay healthy. But no matter where you stand, it's clear that this idea is gaining traction. And let's not forget, the Lakers love making splashy moves. It's in their DNA. From Kareem to Shaq to Pau Gasol to AD, they've never been afraid to go big. And in a landscape where the West is as competitive as ever, you have to go big to survive. Let's not overlook the timing here either. If Denver underperforms and the Lakers fall short of the conference finals, both teams could be in change mode, and that opens the door for bold, surprising trades that nobody saw coming. So, is this just a wild fantasy? Or is it the beginning of something real? But what do you think about all of this? Would you trade Austin Reeves and future picks for Jamal Murray if it meant giving LeBron and AD a legitimate shot at another ring? Do you believe Murray is the missing piece, or would the Lakers be better off keeping their young core intact? Think about the psychological boost this would give to the Lakers' locker room, too. Bringing in a proven playoff killer like Jamal Murray sends a clear message: we're here to win now. It energizes veterans like LeBron and AD, but it also lights a fire under the role players. Everyone steps up when the stakes are raised, and Murray's presence alone could elevate the entire roster's intensity and focus. Then there's the fan base. Lakers Nation is one of the most passionate, loyal, and vocal communities in all of sports. Give them a core of LeBron, AD, and Murray, and you're talking about packed arenas, soaring jersey sales, and a whole new wave of excitement to carry into the 2025-26 season. It becomes more than a team. It becomes an event. Every night. Of course, all of this depends on timing. The Lakers can't afford to act too early or too late. They'll need to read the tea leaves, watch Denver's playoff exit, gauge Murray's body language, listen for leaks and whispers. Sometimes the best front offices don't just respond to the market, they anticipate it. If Pelinka and company are truly dialed in, they could strike before the rest of the league even realizes what's happening. And don't underestimate Clutch Sports' influence here either. LeBron's agency has deep connections across the league and a history of helping orchestrate major moves. If there's a way to align interests between the Lakers, Murray, and his representation, you can bet Clutch will be involved in making it happen. And that alone increases the odds. Let's not forget, Murray's game is tailor-made for the postseason. He's fearless in big moments, capable of taking over quarters, and thrives when the game slows down in the half-court. That's exactly the kind of skill set you want in a playoff setting, especially when defenses start to clamp down and every possession becomes a war. Defensively, Murray might not be elite, but in a system where AD is anchoring the back line and LeBron is reading passing lanes like a free safety, Murray's effort and instincts can be enough. He doesn't need to be a lockdown defender, just a willing one. And historically, he's shown he can dig deep when the games matter most. There's also the benefit of a change in scenery for Murray. Sometimes a new environment, a new coaching staff, and a new system can unlock an entirely different level. We've seen it before. Just look at how Kyle Kuzma blossomed in Washington, or how DeMar DeRozan evolved in Chicago. Murray landing in LA could be the spark that takes him from star to superstar. From a strategic standpoint, this move also gives the Lakers more versatility in closing lineups. Imagine finishing games with Murray, LeBron, Rui, AD, and one of Reeves or Vincent depending on matchups. You've got size, shooting, creation, and playoff experience all on the floor at once. That's a nightmare for opposing defenses to scheme against. From a salary cap perspective, yes, it would be tight. The Lakers will be navigating the second apron, luxury tax penalties, and restrictions on future flexibility. But that's the price of chasing championships in today's NBA. The good news? Murray is already under contract, which gives the Lakers control and cost certainty, something they haven't always had with previous acquisitions. Let's also consider the mentorship angle. LeBron James isn't just one of the greatest players of all time, he's also one of the smartest. Murray, who's still just 28, could benefit immensely from a year or two learning under LeBron's wing. It's the kind of experience that could sharpen his decision-making, improve his leadership, and help him make the leap from star to franchise pillar. And on the coaching side, Darvin Ham would suddenly have a lot more tools to work with. We've seen glimpses of what he can do with versatile lineups and creative rotations, but with Murray in the mix, his playbook opens up dramatically. More pick-and-roll options, more off-ball movement, more ways to attack defenses that load up on LeBron and AD. This move also buys the Lakers insurance. If LeBron misses time or eventually retires, you still have two elite players in Murray and Davis to build around. That duo alone could keep the Lakers in the playoff mix, especially with solid role players filling in the gaps. It's a foundation with real staying power, not just a one-year swing. And speaking of role players, the Lakers have a knack for finding hidden gems. Whether it's undrafted guys like Reeves or veterans who regain form in LA, the front office knows how to build around stars. So even if a trade for Murray means giving up some depth, the team has proven it can reload quickly with minimum contracts and smart signings. Now, will Denver really consider letting go of Murray? That all depends on how they view their long-term trajectory. Jokic is under contract and still in his prime, but if the Nuggets believe their current build has hit a ceiling, they might look to pivot while his trade value is still high, especially if they can get younger, add picks, and regain flexibility. There's also the human side to this. Murray has given everything to the Nuggets. He rehabbed a major injury, came back stronger, and helped deliver a championship. But if the vibes start to shift, if the team underperforms and chemistry fades, he might quietly welcome a new chapter. And Los Angeles, with its spotlight and championship pedigree, could be the perfect destination. At the end of the day, the NBA is a business. Stars move. Dynasties change. And for teams like the Lakers, who measure success in titles, standing still isn't an option. If the opportunity to trade for Jamal Murray becomes real, even remotely, you have to be ready to act. Because windows in this league don't stay open for long. The media attention alone would be wild. Every game will be nationally televised. Every matchup against Denver? A must-watch. You'd better believe TNT and ESPN would make those dates marquee events. It's not just a basketball move, it's a spectacle. And if there's any franchise that understands the value of spectacle, it's the Lakers. There's also something poetic about this timing. Just as LeBron enters the final chapter of his career and Jokic takes hold of the MVP conversation year after year, the supporting stars around them may need a shuffle. Sometimes what worked for 5 years stops working. Sometimes great players need a new environment to grow again. This could be that exact moment for Murray. And while many fans would miss Reeves, and rightfully so, hard truth is that talent wins in the playoffs. Reeves is a great story, a great young piece. But Murray is proven. He's done it on the biggest stages, against elite defenses, under real pressure. If you're trying to win a title in 2026, you roll with a guy who's already been there. This also gives the Lakers a counterpunch in a stacked Western Conference. The Warriors may be aging, but Steph is still lethal. Luka and Kyrie are a handful. The Thunder are on the rise. The Suns have Booker and Durant. Adding Murray isn't just about building. It's about keeping pace. It's about staying dangerous year after year. And don't forget, Murray isn't a ball-dominant guard. He can play off the ball, he's a smart cutter, and he thrives in two-man actions. That means less friction with LeBron's playmaking and more fluidity in half-court sets. It's a seamless fit on paper and potentially a terrifying one for opposing defenses in practice. From a culture standpoint, Murray fits the mold too. He's competitive. He's intense. He doesn't shy away from the moment. That kind of edge, that's exactly what the Lakers lacked during stretches of the season, especially when the offense stagnated and no one stepped up to take control. Murray brings fire. He brings urgency. And if you're thinking long-term cap strategy, it's actually not that bad. If LeBron retires or takes a pay cut next summer, suddenly the Lakers can retool around AD and Murray without blowing past the luxury threshold. They'd have two stars under contract, and enough flexibility to chase the right complementary pieces. It keeps the window open. There's also a recruiting element to this. If the Lakers become a legit contender again with Murray, it makes them a more attractive destination for future free agents. Stars want to play with winners. They want to join established cores that are built to last. Murray and AD could be that magnetic foundation that draws the next big name to Hollywood. As a fan, I have to say, I'd be thrilled to see Jamal Murray in purple and gold. His postseason resume speaks for itself, and I think he'd thrive under the bright lights of LA. If the opportunity is there, if the timing is right, if Denver is listening, make the call. We can't waste another year of LeBron's greatness. We need to go all in. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got more rumors, more playoff coverage, and more deep dive analysis coming your way every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.